charged with murder, made his first court appearance today.
53-year-old Richard Hatt is charged in connection with a fatal shooting in Waterville yesterday. Authorities were called to the parking lot of the Mount Joseph at Waterville Nursing Facility around 6:30 in the morning. There were reports of multiple gunshots.
When they arrived, police found 47-year-old Stephen Killam of Fairfield dead inside a car. Police say Killam and Hatt were known to each other. The judge ordered Hatt to be held without bail pending a hearing, which is yet to be scheduled.